And unfortunately, the king stumbled upon a graphic scene he had never expected. His heart shattered as he witnessed the betrayal of a woman he loved and the man he trusted like a brother. Long ago, in the heart of the Zulu kingdom, there lived a mighty warrior chief named Makeba. He was renowned for his strength in battle, wisdom in council, and the love he had for his people. Makeba ruled over his village with fairness, and his warriors respected him for his bravery, leadership. However, the chief's most prized possession was not his spear or shield, but his beautiful wife, Queen Nomalanga. She was as radiant as the morning sun, with a voice that could calm the fiercest storm. The love between Makeba and Nomalanga was beautiful. Their bond so strong that it was said even the ancestors smiled upon them. They were inseparable. It was said that the villagers believed that the ancestors brought the two of them into the land of the living for them to be together. Little did they know that their love and bond will be tested for the worst. One day, a visitor arrived in the village. His name was Mkhohlisi, a handsome and charismatic traveler from a neighboring village called Ntshonalanga. Mkhohlisi was skilled in the art of storytelling and quickly won the heart of the villagers with tales of distant places and magical creatures. However, beneath his charming exterior lay a heart full of envy and greed. Mkhohlisi, upon seeing Nomalanga, became consumed with desire. He longed to possess her and take her away from King Makeba, whom he secretly envied for his power and the love of such a beautiful woman. He thought to himself, "There is no way Makeba can have such rich land and a beautiful woman in his life. I deserve all of this. I will devise a plan to make sure that Nomalanga will be all mine," he thought to himself. Mkhohlisi began to devise a plan to betray the king and steal away Nomalanga's heart. He befriended the king, using his charm and knowledge he gained from his travels to gain the chief's trust. He knew that King Makeba was interested in building alliances with other kings from different villages. Mkhohlisi used that to his advantage by falsely claiming to have a good relationship with neighboring kings. "My king," he said to Makeba, "I have a good standing with people from Enyakatho, Empumalanga, Nasendle. I have met their chiefs in my travels, and I will make sure to tell them about your beautiful village, your rich land, and your honorable people," he said to the king. But unfortunately, King Makeba believed him. See, Mkhohlisi had a beautiful way of structuring words to convince and make them seem like they are the truth. Over time, he became a trusted advisor, always by Makeba's side, in council meetings and hunting trips. But his true intentions were far from noble. One day, Mkhohlisi approached Nomalanga while the king was away on a long hunt. He spoke sweet words into her ear, telling her that the ancestors had revealed a vision to him. In this vision, he claimed Makeba was destined to fall in battle, and the only way to prevent this fate was for Nomalanga to perform a sacred ritual that involved sharing her love with another man, a man chosen by the ancestors. These words did not sit well into Nomalanga's ears. He was petrified and terrified to discover that the fate of his husband lies in her hands. Mkhohlisi, of course, presented himself as that man. Nomalanga was shocked and deeply conflicted. She loved the king with all her heart, but she feared the wrath of the ancestors. Mkhohlisi's words were convincing, and his charm began to cloud her judgment. Over time, his persistence wore down her resistance, and she reluctantly agreed to the ritual, believing it was the only way to save her beloved husband. The night of the ritual arrived, and Nomalanga, under the weight of her decision, went to meet Mkhohlisi at a secluded part of the village. As they performed the so-called ritual, unknown to them that the king, who had returned from his hunt earlier than expected, was looking for his wife. With worry about his wife's whereabouts, he went on a search to look for Nomalanga. Unfortunately, the king stumbled upon a graphic scene he had never expected. His heart shattered as he witnessed the betrayal of the woman he loved and the man he had trusted like a brother. Filled with rage and anger, the king raised his spear, ready to strike them down. But at that moment, the spear, a gift from his ancestors, broke in half. It was a sign that his betrayal had not only wounded him, but had also disrupted the harmony of his life and his connection to the ancestors. Realizing the gravity of what had happened, Nomalanga fell to her knees, begging for forgiveness. "My love, my king," she said. I had no choice. This was the only way to save your life, my king. I apologize. Please forgive me," she said. She broke down in tears. Mkhohlisi, however, tried to flee, but the villagers who had been drawn by the commotion captured him. They brought him before the king, demanding justice. Though heartbroken, the king knew that spilling blood would only deepen the wounds in his heart and in the community. Instead, he called upon the village elders to decide Mkhohlisi's fate. The elders, after much deliberation, banished Mkhohlisi from the village, condemning him to wander the wilderness alone, stripped of all honor. As for Nomalanga, she was exiled. She lived in a remote part of the village, far from Makeba's sight. Her days were spent in solitude, tending to the land and seeking forgiveness from the ancestors for her betrayal. The love between the king and his queen had been strong, but the betrayal has severed their bond forever and never repaired. Though distraught and traumatized by the betrayal, the king Makeba continued to lead his people with wisdom and strength. He never took another wife, choosing instead to dedicate his life to his people and to the memory of the love he once shared with Nomalanga. And as for the spear he possessed that ended up being broken, It became a symbol of his resilience and the price of betrayal. What has been the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that true love is sacred and should be protected at all costs. Betrayal is mostly born out of deceit and envy, and it can destroy even the strongest bonds and lead to a lifetime of regret and sorrow. Another lesson that we learn is that we never take things at face value. Always and always check what you are being told. Don't take it as it is, because it might lead you to disaster. Thank you for watching and listening, my friends. See you on the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.